Hello, chill tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play another new series, Let's Play with me, BlueAnkylo. And I've got a few things to explain here before we get to it, so let's get explaining. So today's series, which you can probably tell from the description, is Final Fantasy 1, the Game Boy Advance version, so Dawn of Souls remake. But we're playing a ROM hack called the Mod of Balance, and I have done a Let's Play series on the channel before of the Mod of Balance. So this is not the first time. This is the second campaign. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description or something to the original playlist. If I forget something, please remind me. So that's the number one gen thing, and just a real quick overview of Mod of Balance. It's rebalance remake of the the Final Fantasy game, and the big thing is new changed weapons and spells and stuff. But instead of having 6 classes that promote halfway through the game, you can choose 4 of. The big switch is that now you can have 12 classes that you start with. You can pick 4 out of the 12 to make a variety of different parties, and they don't promote. So it gives you quite a varied party composition. And I haven't played this in quite a few years. So the last Let's Play, whenever that was the last time I played it. And I think at the end of that Let's Play, I said something like, this was pretty cool. I'd like to try it with a different party. There's still other classes I've never tried before. So we're going to do that today. We're going to start up a new run with 4 new for me that I've never actually used in this game before. So it'll be a new party. It might be a little bit more challenging. Should be interesting one way or the other. I just kind of want to have some fun with it. And just as a little bit more sort of recap as to what's going on in the BlueAnkylo mind. Lately, I've been kind of struggling with free time and motivation for my Let's Plays and channel stuff and streams. I'm a little bit behind on... I feel like I'm behind on a lot of things. So, the last couple recordings that I've done have been bigger, longer games that took a tremendous amount of time to record, and then it gets all fiddly, processing them and uploading them, whatever. I don't want to complain too much, but I ended up spending an awful lot of time to get through a couple games that were fun, and I don't regret it, but it just took up so much time. So what I was looking for, I wanted to Let's Play a game that I could just kind of get in and get out of, right? Like, just play, have some fun, keep the pace going, snap, 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 go, 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 have a good time, get out. And for me, a lot of times that's something like Final Fantasy 1. But I didn't want to just do another replay of the same game. I played through the Pixel remasters recently, which were really fun. I've obviously played lots of randomizers and NES and GBA ROM hacks and stuff. So I was thinking I wanted something a little bit different that I haven't quite done before, but not so different that it's going to be a huge learning curve for me to get into. So that's how I settled on this, a game that I have technically played tons, a ROM hack that I've played a little bit, and something we can do that's a little bit fresh with a different party composition. That's basically how we got here. I will be playing it with very limited or near to zero story text reading, and a lot of super speed. I can use some speed up on the emulator because I just want to play the game and kind of move through it at a quick pace. You might notice the music in the background is not from the Game Boy Advance. I'm playing the Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster OST, which we got, well, if you want to hear more of it, it's, of course, in that game, which we Let's Played maybe a year ago or so. The Steam version, the more modern remakes. And I really like those soundtracks, so I thought, hey, that's some nice music to put in the background while we're playing this. Without further ado, let's get to work. I will show off real quick. This is still got my old save files. This is the group we had before. We had a knight, which is the physical, no magic, heavy fighter. That was Victus. Jade was a battle mage, I think, which was kind of a armored black mage that was like a little bit more heavily armored with black magic, but still quite deadly. Barrett was the ranger that I remember not being particularly good. It's kind of like a thief, but had some spells. I don't remember them very much. They felt like they might have been the weakest link. And then we had Melior, who was a sage, which was kind of like a red wizard, except they could learn high level, like level 8 slots of both white and black magic. So that was kind of an interesting class. They were incredibly frail and not great for most of the game. But those were the 4 classes I used last time. And, we did beat the game with them, of course. So today, let's get into it. First class is going to be a rogue. So a rogue is a non-magic... It's very much like original thief, except with some buffs. And there is a ninja as well, which you can start with. You might not be able to see the sprites here don't work. but I can select them technically. There's a little bit of a glitch on the selection screen here. But a ninja is like the other style. Like there's rogues and ninjas. There's kind of 2 for each class archetype. Ninjas are like more physically frail, less damage dealing melee, but they get a lot of black magic. I think up to like level 5 or 6 black spells, unlike, you know, the original Final Fantasy 1 style ninja. Whereas rogues are the non-magical damage dealing version. So they're a high speed, relatively defensive actually, apparently. We'll see. And I want to give them a try. So that's number 1 pick, and I do have some names. If you're wondering, I'm just going to take names from my Patreon that I have not been using reliably. So I have a bunch of names requests on my Patreon that I haven't actually been using, and I thought, hey, this is probably a good idea, good time. So next character is not a monk. There is a monk and there is a master, so there's 2 kind of, what am I trying to say? 2 types of black belt style classes. The monk is the weird, not really punchy kind of support character that I think is, at least at first glance, seems really bad. The master is the more classic punches and does a lot of damage. And we can't see their sprite here, but we'll see it once we get in game. So basically we've got physical damage dealing. That's kind of how I wanted to go. I'm not sure if the monk is very good, so I didn't want to, you know, double down on it. Let me pick another name here. We're not streaming or anything this time around, so... how many letters do I get? Not quite enough. It's Matthew. Let's see, how could I abbreviate this? You don't need that last E. Too many vowels, not necessary. Sorry, there's only 6 characters allowed. And then I figured we should bring at least 1 white mage style, and enchanter is going to be another kind of weird hybrid class I'm not super familiar with. They do get white magic, and I think they've got more melee skills than the priest. Like, there is somewhere down here, there's a pure healer, like a priest, but then the enchanter is the other kind of white mage, and like there is a paladin, like fighter, defender with healing, and then there is a enchanter. I'm not sure if this is going to be great, but I'm going to give it a try. This might be our weakest link, but I want to bring some new classes, so that's kind of party competition time. And finally, actually, is an Archmage. Archmage we haven't brought yet. We had a Battle Mage last time, which was like, if an Archmage is basically a black wizard, like focused on offensive black, the Battle Mage was kind of like a hybrid knight crossed with a black wizard. And then the Sage was like black wizard, white wizard at the same time. So Archmage, I don't think we've actually brought before, and they should be the best AoE damage dealers, I believe. So really focusing on maybe high intellect and then high damage. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. So that should be fun. So let's get this going, yeah. And yeah, I mean, whether or not this is a great party, I don't know. I think I had some thoughts last time around on good party competitions. I think I thought like a paladin was a really good idea. I think I liked my battle mage a lot too. But hey, I'm not here to make the strongest party possible. I'm here to have fun and show off some classes that we've never shown off. And we're going to not worry about story. So we've got Luke, Matthew, David, and Pixel, Rogue, Master, Enchanter, Archmage. We have no classic fighter character, which is a little bit suspicious. Just to go over basic magic, we got level 1 white and level 1 black available. At least some of it. Like, remember, the spells in this mod are slightly more shuffled around. It's not quite like there are... If I remember correctly, there are black belt spells that white mages can't learn. So it's got a bit of back and forth. And yeah, we'll see how our characters turn out. The rogue here has a ton of evasion right at the beginning, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, let's just get to it. You guys kind of know how the beginning works. Let me do a little bit of changing here. We'll go auto run. I think we'll go message speeds max. Let's change the color a little bit. Blue is the default. Let's go. What's a good? We could go purple. We haven't done. Have we done a purple one yet? Oh, that's a bit more pink. I want like a nice purpley color. That's pretty good. Nice. I'm not going for pink. I want purple. There we go. Just felt like I'm in a purple mood today. Okay, that's a decent background. And then we'll override this one, sure. All right, and yeah, I do have a super speed, which we'll use to go through combat quicker when I feel like grinding, if I feel like grinding. And let's see. So yeah, there's lots of changes here. We got 300 bucks. I think we want the scimitar, if possible, on our fighter, on our rogue fighter slot, and we might want the nunchucks on the master if we can afford them. Weapons for the enchanter and archmage are probably lower priority, at least for now, but this is pretty expensive, as you guys may have noticed. Armor-wise, availability. So the rogue could use chainmail. That is a big upgrade compared to vanilla thief. Also shields, and yeah, so they'll be fine, I think, as our pseudo fighter. But we might want to start with spending money on black magic, honestly. I think there is an AoE level 1 spell, yeah. We can't learn it. Oh, it's level 2. Never mind. You can buy it at the beginning, right? I remember thinking this was really good. But yeah, we'll be able to use this after a couple level ups, and that'll make the early game a lot easier. Oh, and the enchanter can use a little bit of black magic. Interesting. All right, let's learn. There's a bit of a guide online if you go to the creator. I think Jeff Loom, or I forget his name. I think it starts with Jeff. Anyway, the guy that actually made this ROM hack has a bit of a guide online, but it's not like perfectly up to date. So, blink, protect, AOE, offense, and curing. Okay, so you know we got the basics. It's not too complicated. Let's just go buy some weapon. And by some weapon, I mean, I think I'm just going to spend my money on scimitar and then save up for nunchuck. We'll just, you know, we'll go fighting. We'll see how we do. I think there's some pretty good weapon drops. This is like a lot more damage, right? This is plus 5 damage. That's a huge difference early on. And that's probably worth it. But yeah, I think I do remember that a lot of enemies can drop rare weapons and armor in this mod. So sometimes it is smart not to spend all your money on gear because you're going to get it for free if you get lucky. But there's, you know, no guarantees. Nothing in this life is guaranteed. So let's see what we get for encounter number 1. 12 minutes in. It's a bunch of skeletons and gobbies. So we'll just see how our team works at the beginning here. We got tiny damage from Pixel. We got, I mean, punching. Maybe we don't need to buy a weapon for Matthew, honestly. He's hitting just fine. So if he's getting the classic black belt double attack thing, he's already getting, while Luke is getting 2 attacks at 13 damage, I think Matthew's getting 2 attacks at 16 damage. So I'm not sure if those nunchucks are going to be important. Now, we're still going to miss some of our attacks, but let me see if I can get a bit of an idea how the, unfortunately, I can't toggle the rate of my speed up right now. It's just 1000% or nothing. So it might be hard to see anything when I'm going like that. So that's 1 hit for 26 damage. I haven't actually seen a 2-hit yet. Interesting. Let's test out another thing here if I remove the robe. Okay, we do lose defense. There's a bit of a complicated formula on the GBA for unarmored black belt defense, so I'm not 100% sure when it'll be a good time to equip items or not. We have to experiment. I think that was a crit. And yeah, you get to see we're getting some drops already. We got Mind Bomb, which yeah, I remember those being kind of nice. Yes, because I don't think we can cleanse darkness right now, so we have to use something like that to cleanse it because it's a permanent status now. Yeah, that seems kind of familiar. Well, clearly we're gonna want, at the very least, cure for our healer, and it might be prudent to just save up for pain, honestly. You know, level 1 single target spells are okay, but I'd like to go up to the, you know, the, what's it called? The, Chaos Shrine, I think it's called. This looks like a slightly dangerous group. Well, let's try off that cure while we're here. I do like seeing Luke get some dodges. You know, the evasion. Supposedly he's an evasion tank. 2 hits, 34 damage. That's pretty good. A complete miss. All right. I might have to do some I've been trying to rejigger my emulator to work the way I wanted, but it's been a little bit all over the place lately trying to get the speeds the way I like. Okay, how are we doing on a level up? 40 XP to go. We can get to level 3 real quick here. I usually, in general, go for level 3 before killing Garland. And in ROM hacks where you're not 100% sure how difficult things will be, especially with random party compositions, I think that's a safe decision, right? And that might give us enough money to get on the pain train. Oh, right, that's right. Goblin guards have protect now, which is honestly a little bit hard if they stack up defense too high, but we've got some pretty good damage dealers already, so we're doing okay. There we go, level up. You want to see the actual stats? Strength up, intelligence up, you know, I mean, you can see this all normal speed. It does tell you lots of information if you want to go through it all. Do we have access? Yes, we can cast level 2 spells, but only for Pixel. So you can already see a little bit of a difference here between my Enchanter and my Archmage. The Archmage, I think, gets the fastest access to higher level magic, just like the Priest. So Priest and Archmage get the quickest, and then like Enchanter and Battle Mage are a little bit slower, and the Sage is actually a little bit slower too, if I remember correctly. So there are different rates at which you learn new magic. And we've got enough money, I think. Also, the Ninja can learn Pain. Like, Ninja makes... Heck, even the Monk can learn Pain? The Monk can learn some weird stuff, let's just be honest. The Monk is a weird class. So this is 5 MP. We can cast that plenty of times. That'll speed these fights up. We've got 36 gil, but maybe we can sell something. I would like to get some armor. Oh, this is not worth enough. Maybe best case scenario, we can steal some money in the Chaos Shrine. I'm not 100% sure if we'll be ready to kill Garland yet, but let's go take a look, you know? And I'll say this in the first episode because people do tend to ask about it eventually. I don't like to use GBA-style save anywhere very often in these games, so if I'm not saving in a dungeon before a boss, it's because in my head, I'm always playing the NES Final Fantasy, where you can only save on the overworld at a town or with a tent. So I'll save before I go in here, of course. As well, normally in the NES, you have to go buy a tent and spend 75 gold or whatever. But, in the GBA one, I know you can technically save anywhere, but it just doesn't feel right, you know? I grew up with the NES, so. Gygus Worm. So having, Fire 1 would be nice for this. I don't want to spend Dia here. Let's go a little bit slowly when we fight a new monster. If I remember correctly, these guys are supposed to have like 60 hit points, but they seem to be weaker than they used to be, so... Nice. A leather cap. Okay, we got our first bit of armor. 3 defense. That's right, it's much better than the old days. It used to be just +1 defense. So, actually a much better upgrade. I do remember thinking the equipment setup in the modded balance was a pretty nice upgrade, like... You know, you could disagree on some changes, I'm sure. Any you know, custom patch is gonna make some people upset. This is where having that Dia spell would be quite nice, but I think they're not gonna be immune to darkness just because they're undead, even though you might think they would be. Take the Pain. That's a spell from an animation from FF2. It did do some damage, but not enough to kill them. But it still will make finishing this off a little easier. So I do feel like our master is getting pretty good damage. I still haven't never seen him do 2 attacks, so maybe they don't get the double hit rate like, Oh, good. See, chainmail. Good thing I didn't buy it. I would have felt real dumb if I'd bought that. Same defense upgrade as the leather. We can hand me down the leather armor at least. I expect the Enchanter-style White Mage will be able to equip a fair amount of armor. We're getting some really good dodging. I don't know what the odds of that are, but... We're okay. We don't need any healing yet. Let's just speed this fight up a little bit. I'll even do a double Pain here. As we level up, the spells in this game will get stronger. It scales based on your intelligence, I believe, so. Which is nice. I wish the NES had a bit of spell scaling, but it uses a very flat system where, for the most part, the damage you do is very consistent across the whole game. Well, we don't have any way to get rid of poison. That sucks. Should have thought of that. And yeah, we expected these. That's unfortunate. Once we get outside, I'll save and restart, I guess. Or maybe the battle will clear the glitch. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we expect both of these to be locked. Spider silks are nice. That's right. I do kind of remember. It's coming back to me that this game has a lot more permanent statuses that you get hit by earlier on in the game than normal. Even in the NES game, well, darkness was not a permanent status effect for one, and there wasn't too much that could poison you until you got to Elfland. So this was pretty rare to get poisoned this early in the game, because it's actually very expensive to heal this in the NES version when you get poisoned. Pures are not cheap, but in theory, we just need to get back to town. That's all our MP. And someone's gonna die. We're almost there. 67 damage. What was that? Was that a crit, maybe? Seemed pretty good. Rogues, actually... I mean, normally thieves are really bad, so I'm pretty happy so far. Okay, the good news is antidotes are much cheaper than they used to be. Mind bombs are not. And if anyone had actually died, yeah, that would suck. Alright, that's dealt with. Let's see if there's anything else we can shop. We need 20 gold to go back to the inn. I mean, it might be worth selling these, but slow is pretty good effect. Oh, look, we have a tent anyway. I could just use the tent. Blue, why didn't you just use the tent? I don't know if I want the nunchucks on. Could buy a shield. Could buy a bunch of hats. I'm gonna buy the shield for my, fighter. I'd like to buy Dia, so... shields are good. Yeah, they give you a bit of evasion. That's nice. Didn't buy him a helmet. Looks like his defense is still growing. It shouldn't be too surprising. Do I have enough money? I probably don't have enough money for what I want to do. Oh, that's actually quite expensive. Okay. Poisona would be nice as well. Maybe we'll get lots of money when we kill Garland. That's kind of the plan. And I do, now that I'm playing the ROM hack again, I do kind of remember money being a big issue. Like, never having enough gold to do all the stuff you want to do in this game, so... That's okay. Are we... Should check how close we are to a level up. 73 to go. We're already level 4. I don't think we need to really talk about another level to kill Garland, but you never know. I can't do anything about darkness. Yeah, status elements. We gotta get the spells to recover from those soon, because... Yeah, just cuz. Now, the Enchanter, I've noticed, also has kind of low MP. I don't know if I'm gonna like that Enchanter class very much. I'm gonna assume that a Priest would have been better, but... We'll have to deal with it. Alright, well, let's try our first boss. See how this goes. We don't really have a lot of options here. I guess we would have been nice to have some more spells, but you know, money's tight. Sleep touch on Garland. That doesn't seem very fair. I think pain does less damage than single target damage than well, that was just cheating. Okay, well, he was quite easy, but David got just terrible luck there. Hit and put to sleep immediately, and then crit while sleeping. So our experience is no longer matched up. I hate that. I could reload. Some of you guys probably would reload over that, right? Anyway, we're skimming through the story because you guys know the drill by now. And we're super speeding through the bridge. And then I guess we have to revive our healer. Haha. At least it's only 40. All right, 300 gold to spare. I have to. Here's the science test. Can we clear darkness at the inn? Thankfully, yes. I think we want to pick up Poisona to cure poison. Even though the antidotes aren't too expensive. We've got the pirates coming up next, which we might want to have the sleep spell. Ooh, the master can learn focus. If I had the money, I'd give it to him just so he's got something to use MP on. Just gonna buy a single target spell. Was there any other good low-level white magic, like level 1 white spells we wanted? Master can use Blink as well. That's kind of nice. Not a bad combo. Single target defense is not that impressive. Here, let's give the white mage sleep so they have something that's pseudo... It's a kind of offensive ability, you know? And... yeah, that's all the money we've got, really, again. Although, the white mage... I didn't even notice. The white mage can use shields. The not exactly white mage. Alright. Well, we gotta try to keep her alive, or him alive, your preference. I mean, I'm sure I've said this before. I pretty much always default to white mages being female, but obviously they're not canonically any gender, I don't think. If I put your name on one of the characters, you can be whatever you want to be. Don't worry about what I say. Okay, 28 minutes in. We'll get a little bit further. I think we probably can get through the pirates in episode 1, especially with super speed. We'll stop by Matoya's to see if her treasure has anything good in it. Plus, a couple more levels wouldn't hurt. The, what am I trying to say? The pirates, I don't remember for sure how tough they are in this game. Matthew's doing amazing. By the way, Masters, pretty happy with the Masters. Oh, this is good. Wonder if I can put him to sleep. This is a great fight for making lots of money if we win. Hey, sleep getting work done. Pain also... That was a lot of damage on Pain. Okay, we got less money than normal. Not nearly as much as you're supposed to get. You're supposed to get like 400 bucks from Double Ogre. They might be weaker. They did go down pretty quick. Phoenix down. Those are pretty valuable. Antidotes, whatever. Elven Bomb. I don't remember what those do. Heals the party. Ah, that's kind of nice. And somebody dropped a hammer. This time around, the white mage can't use hammers. So that's just some selling money now. Who could have stolen that? How rude. And, you know, E-button select. Did I set those buttons up? There you go. You can see the map. Isn't that nice? I I am pretty confident I prefer the Pixel Remaster version in general, because the music is so good, and I like the auto battle feature. But I will admit that the Game Boy Advance, the Dawn of Souls remake of this game, did a real good job, you know? And, you know, ROM hacks and stuff, right? We need a ROM hack where the crazy horses are changed into crazy trains. I'm not sure exactly what sprites you would use, but like a mini phantom train from FF6 would probably work. I either haven't seen this one before, or don't remember it. Pirates on the Overworld. What a day. What a day. Get out of here. Anyway, I don't think the pirates in Pravoka will be too much trouble. I got a feeling this fight is probably more dangerous than the Pravoka fight. Getting an AoE damage-dealing spell so early is, well, it's not, I don't know, I don't know in terms of balance, you know. Is it fair? Maybe they'll have some Kaizoku, the upgraded pirates. Maybe it'll be more difficult. I'll put a save here rather than going outside. Usually you would get a save when you went to the inn anyway, so. They do put a couple Kaizoku types. Alright, we'll put some to sleep. We'll make some just die. Pretty good. That's 8 out of 9, I think. And, I mean, 7 out of 9 just died, so. And then we killed everybody that wasn't asleep. Amazing. And then we killed them anyway. Okay, well, you know, if you can kill all the pirates in a single round of combat, you're doing okay. Take me ship. Thanks. I'll be taking it. And we've been having some more drops. We got a rapier. Basically just some stuff to sell. I did see that shield that snuck in there. Alright. I don't know when that dropped, but... You know, that's one of the downsides of playing with super speed, is you'll miss drop notifications. None of this is worth very much. Okay, 740 gold. Might not be too much to buy in Pravoka. We will be able to go to Elfland and shop there. We might want to save our gold for spells, maybe? Especially if enemies are going to keep dropping the gear we want, right? Sabers? Falcons? Broadswords? Attack 12 instead of... We're at attack 9. .13 attack is the highest base damage. Very similar to a Saber. Saber versus Falcon is not much different. 13 and 8 versus 12 and 9. The accuracy +1 doesn't make much difference, so we'll probably take the damage, and it's a bit cheaper. If I buy one, I can hand me down the scimitar, I guess. Or we could just save our money and go to Elfland. Let's see. Oh, that's right. They start selling level 3 spells. Like, on the downside, are we just not high enough level? I thought we would be. Oh, we're not high enough level for level 3 magic yet, so can't really cast those anyway. Single target ice. Not a very useful spell against most enemies. AoE healing is usually pretty valuable, so let's pick that up. And then anti-elementals, single target heals, and no spell casting. Yeah, all good stuff. 34 minutes in. How much? I mean, we could go to the dwarf cave, rob them, and then head to the elf town. I wasn't sure how far we'll get on episode 1, but we can try to keep these episodes around like 45 minutes or so. So we'll see how it goes. See if we get all stun locked now. Yeah, the rush to get Lightning 2 and Fire 2 is not quite as high. Although this sucks. I don't remember them having AoE sleep. That's gonna be a bit rude. Uh-huh. So, you know, AoE Fire and Lightning is not as important when you've got access to AoE Darkness, I guess. Then again, permanently AoE stun locked, not great. We haven't had a single action yet. So this fight is trash. Okay, we got those. Cool fight. Awesome. Let's never do that again. It looks like stun is now permanent as well. Oh man, that is brutal. So it's basically like paralyze from D&D style. You know, I think if we'd been able to cast Pain even a single time, that fight would have been instantly over, but gotta be good to get lucky, I guess, and I'm not good enough. I'm really glad we brought the one Black Mage style. Just gonna save us so much time in this game. I don't know for party composition. I think the Rogue and the Master are doing okay. I think it's the Enchanter that's gonna be my weakest link. All right, Iron Armor and 800 bucks. No one can equip the Iron Armor. So basically, it's just money. Ogres, I wonder if they've got more defense than I'm remembering. We don't, well, we are running characters that aren't using very high damage weapons, so maybe they just have enough defense that our, you know, starting weapons are just not good enough. Could try to put them to sleep, I don't know. I think sharks are probably strong against fire. If I was a shark. I mean, maybe if they're in the water, they're strong against fire, but on land, I mean, most things just get cooked. Okay, well, this fight, everybody's favorite. I guess we try to have something like, if David gets a turn, we want to make sure that he or she can disable most of the enemies. Well, this has gone much better with not being put to sleep instantly, so it's fine. What an easy fight. You just don't get put to sleep, and it's easy. I will say that David is already doing some good damage. 2 hits, yeah. I should get some better weapons. I think I have to think of enchanters as definitely more of a fighter white mage hybrid, right? So that's kind of cool. Maybe the spellcasting is less important, and they'll be good at hitting things physically, you know, which is unusual for a white mage. They're usually, well, they have such bad weapon selection normally that it doesn't really count, you know. And it looks like they have access to some black magic, so yeah, maybe I'll like them. A lot of the problem with white mages is, you know, they heal you, which is very important, but otherwise they kind of just sit around and take up a slot, right? They don't do much unless they are needed to heal. But we'll see. Okay, longsword. There's our strongest weapon for sale. Unless we had 8,000 gold for the enchanter. We could buy a stick, or a power stick, or a more powerful nunchuck. 1125. That's interesting. What? Why can the master and the enchanter use a friggin' samurai katana, whatever, ninja weapon? That's crazy. Who designed this game? 18 and 10 versus 1125. Probably +7 damage is worth it for our rogue. Because they'll probably be getting 3 attacks soon, right? I don't know the formula for attack rate, but probably soon. Meanwhile, we've got all the way up to level 4 spells, which we can't. We're just unlocking level 3 spells, so you can see my trouble now, can't you? I don't have enough money for any of this stuff. And there's oh. So if enchanters can learn arrow, that will be quite cool, because that gives an AoE white magic spell. Ah, that's nice. Maybe just a priest. I like my pure casters, you know. Hybrids are cool, but I kind of like my pure cast. Ah, and then this is where it's like all monk black belt stuff. Yeah, although the enchanter can learn chakra. I think last time we played, nobody could learn chakra. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And then even more black magic stuff. Or, black belt stuff. I think someone mentioned that this spell, Key Strike, is supposed to be very strong late in the game. And then we've got, like, some blitzes, basically, from FF6. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. I think they made ethers more expensive, which is fair. Also, holy water did damage to undead, right? That's kind of neat. Purchasable battle items. I think the music might be sneaking up on me. Well, I'm not going to change it right now. In between episodes, if the music... Well, it's probably a little bit loud, but I'll have a look. I'll try to balance it for next episode. Looks like rogues can use relatively heavy armor. Ah, yeah, Elven Cloak. Let's save up for one of those. Feathered caps are pretty good, too. Dang. Okay, well, tell you what, guys. This is a good point to end the episode. I'm going to spend a minute double-checking my audio balance. And I want to make sure... well, I'm just going to plan out what I want to spend my money on a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot of things you could buy. We might need to do a bit of a grinding run next episode. So I might just try to get some basic weapons and offensive magic, and then just... We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'll think about it. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoy having a chill Let's Play with me, BlueAnkylo. Nothing too crazy going on today. Just enjoying a fun little game. I guess I should make a save state for emergencies. Yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great day.